Here's a number that should make you uncomfortable. The average HVAC technician generates somewhere between $80 and $120 an hour in billable labor. But after you account for drive time, callbacks, slow jobs, and overhead, the owner nets out somewhere between $12 and $22 per labor hour actually worked. Illustrative, based on HVAC industry benchmarking estimates. You're running a business, not collecting a salary. And if you're still pricing jobs by the hour, you are almost certainly leaving money on the table, or worse, losing money on jobs you think you're making money on. Flat rate pricing fixes this. And today I'm going to give you the exact formula, so you can start protecting your margin on every single job. Hourly pricing feels fair. You charge for time spent, the customer pays for what they get. But the math doesn't work in your favor. Here's why. When a fast, experienced tech completes a job in 45 minutes that a newer tech would take 90 minutes on, the hourly model punishes your best people and rewards your slowest. You can't build a scalable business that way. Worse, hourly pricing puts the customer in an adversarial position. Every extra minute the tech is on site is money coming out of the customer's pocket. That creates friction. It creates the dreaded, "How much longer is this going to take?" conversation. And it makes upselling, which is where your real margin lives, feel like a shakedown. Flat rate pricing changes the dynamic entirely. The customer knows the price before the work starts. Your tech can focus on doing the job, right, instead of watching the clock. And when your prices are set correctly, a faster job is more profitable per hour, not less. Here's how to build your flat rate price for any service. There are 4 inputs. Input 1, your fully loaded labor cost. This is not what you pay your tech per hour. This is what that tech actually costs you per hour: wages, payroll taxes, benefits, workers' comp, vehicle costs, and a portion of your overhead. For most HVAC businesses, this number lands between $55 and $90 per hour when you do it honestly. Illustrative estimate. Input 2, your estimated job time. How long does this job take when done right by a competent tech? Not your fastest tech on a perfect day, not your slowest tech on a hard job. Your realistic standard time. Build this from your service history, not from guessing. Input 3, your parts cost with markup. Standard in HVAC is somewhere between 40 and 60% markup on parts. That means if a part costs you $80, you're charging $112 to $128. This is not gouging. It covers your carrying costs, inventory, and the time spent sourcing and staging parts. Input 4, your flat rate profit margin. After covering all your costs, what percentage do you want to keep? Most healthy HVAC businesses target somewhere between 15 and 25% net margin per job. If you're not building this in deliberately, you're not hitting it. Put those 4 inputs together and your flat rate price for any services. Labor hours times fully loaded labor cost, plus parts at markup, divided by 1 minus your target margin. That gives you a price that covers your costs and delivers your target profit on every job, regardless of how fast or slow the individual tech runs. Number 1. Underestimating fully loaded labor cost. Most owners think about base wages and forget to add benefits, workers' comp, vehicle expenses, and their own time managing the tech. Run the real number. It will be higher than you think. Number 2. Not adjusting for regional market pricing. Your flat rate formula gives you a floor, the minimum price you need to make money. But your market may support higher prices, and you should charge what the market will bear. Look at what well-reviewed competitors in your area charge for the same services. If you're consistently lower, you have room to move up. Number 3, building flat rates. Once and forgetting them. Your costs change. Labor rates go up. Parts prices change. Fuel costs shift. Review your flat rate book at minimum twice a year. Once in the spring before peak season, and once in the fall. Pricing that was right 18 months ago may be bleeding you today. If you've never built a flat rate book before, start with your 10 most common service calls. Pick 10 jobs that you do over and over. Capacitor replacements, contactor replacements, refrigerant recharges, basic tune-ups. Run the formula for each one. Build those 10 prices first. Once you have those 10, you'll have a feel for how the formula works and where your market positions you. From there, expand to the rest of your service menu. Most HVAC flat rate books cover somewhere between 200 and 400 line items. You don't need to build that in a day, build it over 60 days, 10 items at a time. The goal is to get off hourly pricing for your most common work as fast as possible. Every hourly job you do is a job where your pricing is exposed to time variance. Every flat rate job you do is a job where your margin is locked in before the tech even arrives. So let's recap the flat rate formula. Fully loaded labor cost, times standard job hours, plus marked up parts, divided by 1 minus your target margin. For inputs, 1 price. Protect your margin on every job. Here's the question I want you to think about. What is your fully loaded labor cost per hour, honestly? Not what you're paying the tech. What the tech actually costs you when you add everything up. Drop your number in the comments. I want to see what people are actually working with. This is Margin and Wrench. New playbook every day. Hit subscribe if you want tomorrow's.